Barbados, get up. Good morning. Good morning, Barbados. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Morning, morning, morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Morning, Barbados. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Morning, Barbados. Good morning. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Morning to you.
And a very good morning to you all and welcome to today. Today is Friday. It's the 5th day of the work week, Friday, the 3rd of October, 2025. I'm Pearson Bowen. It is good having you company. Thank you so much for joining us, whether you're watching us on our streams on Facebook, YouTube, or our website, cbc.bb. To all of you, also a very special good morning. Remember, share the show, talk among yourselves, talk to us as well. And of course, if you are a partner with us, we want you to tell us whose story you think we need to tell by sending us an email. And our email address is morninbarbados@cbc.bb. To all of you, thank you for sharing and doing so. Indeed, it's Friday. We've come to the end of the week. I hope you've made it successfully to the end of the week with little challenges or few challenges enough that would help you to grow, but nonetheless not to make you stop. Keep going, keep going. You shall overcome. You shall definitely overcome. So don't you worry about it. Today we want to take a look at the ongoing conflict in Gaza to get a sense of what's happening there and how we from this side of the world can raise our voices in support of what's happening there to bring relief to the people who are being impacted significantly. Lalu Hanuman will join us. He is an activist. He'll talk to us a little while about how it's going and why we should pay close attention. Regathering gets going in Christchurch, and so we want to hear what activities they have planned over the next few days, and they will tell us what we can expect and in which we can engage. We'll also be talking today about Pinktober. Have you heard about Pinktober? I see a face looking at me. What does that mean? I asked the same question. What is Pinktober? But it's not your pinky. And so we want to talk a little bit about that as well. And before the morning is done, we want to give you some quick and easy ways to prepare breakfast and lunch when Chef Jess joins us today. To you, Anthony Smith, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a great today. He sends greetings everywhere. Patricia Ben, to you too. We want to wish you a lovely today and most wonderful weekend, whatever you choose to do. Marcia Rock, good morning as well. She sends a fabulous Friday morning greeting to all, and we send it back to you, Marcia. Thank you for being consistent and always there. Faye Roach, wonderful weekend to you as well. She sends happy birthday greetings, by the way, to Sophia Sobers. So, Sophia, enjoy your birthday today. Faye remembers you. Hello to Kieron Olivier. Kieron, have a safe and fantastic Friday yourself. We want to wish you well as well, and you're always there as well. We thank you. Rhonda Hines Graham, sweet Rons, fantastic Friday morning to you too, girl. Have the best of life today and every day of the weekend as well. Vereen, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Remember to rise and shine, make the most of today and every single moment that comes your way, Vereen. Kevin Waith, good morning, Kevin. Your birthday is coming up. Be patient, my brother. Be patient. Have a happy birthday indeed ahead. Isolene Evans, good morning. Happy Friday to you as well. Have a wonderful, wonderful today and a wonderful weekend yourself. Roosevelt Bako, morning. Fantastic Friday yourself. He sends lots of love to Barbados, so we send it back to you in New York. Bako, have a lovely today. Now, as you don't know, the state of the tourism industry in the Caribbean has been under the microscope, and it's been going on at the Hilton Barbados. Yesterday, I had the pleasure and the opportunity to be there from quite early right through to it's almost over. And so we spent some significant moments rubbing shoulders with partners in the industry and others who are allied to the industry. One of the sessions with which I was a part, I was a moderator for a session that looked at medical and health tourism. Some experts were there, some fantastic stories were told, and some wonderful probing questions asked as well. And so it is really, truly a chance for industry partners to delve deeply beyond reimagining tourism in the Caribbean based on data and a whole lot more. So our industry partners, we are sure, are really actively working to make the best of our industry. Tourism, after all, is our business. And so they've taken some time to relax. Last night they were into Oystins, and so they got a chance to enjoy the culture of Barbados, those delegates who've come from abroad. So it's been really, really well done to Donna Prosper and her team, Regis Prosper and her team, for really putting on a fantastic SOTIC 2025 in association with the BTMI for sure. But also yesterday, I had the opportunity to witness the finals, the Junior Congress Tourism Finals. And so we had delegates that have come from right across the region, junior ministers of tourism and junior commissioners of tourism. And so they were going ding down head to head. There were many topics from which they could choose. And then each of those junior ministers had an opportunity to prepare a presentation. They've come with multimedia presentation, which was outstanding. They left us with ideas that blew our minds of their view of the future of tourism. One of those was Barbados representative at Junior Tourism. We met her here on our couch on Morning Barbados ahead of the regional final. Her name is Tashina Yacinth. She did such an outstanding job with a wonderful presentation that caused people to leap to their feet in response to it. It was so keenly contested that well past 6 o'clock, the judges could not determine who yet was the winner. And so I want this morning to share with you the joy and the absolute pleasure that Miss Yacinth brought to Barbadians and those who were there assembled at the Hilton Hotel yesterday for her presentation in the Junior Congress. Take a look.
As Junior Minister/Commissioner of Tourism, present to your colleagues a recommendation as an innovative and sustainable transport option that can be developed or improved to enhance connectivity within the Caribbean region. Outline 3 key strategies to effectively support and implement your recommendation. I wish to commence this discussion by inviting the Junior Minister of Tourism for Barbados.
Madam Chair, my fellow ministers and commissioners, what if Junior Minister Ingram Strip from Bahamas to Sote could have cost less than a tank of gas? We're close with the launch of the Connect Caribbean ferry, but we could be so much closer with electric ferries. The world is racing ahead with sustainable transport, so I ask you, our Caribbean, one of the most tourism-dependent regions with an estimated 30 million visitors per year, why should we be left behind? In Barbados, my government has the largest fleet of electric buses in our region. So I say, let's take sustainable, innovative transport to the next level. My recommendation, the Caribbean Queen, a fleet of regional solar and biodiesel-powered ferries. And to implement this, I propose 3 key strategies. Strategy 1, the Caribbean Clean Transport Treaty. After all, it all starts with policies, right? This treaty will provide the framework for said policies and incentives. Business owners need an affordable way to source materials, and what better way to encourage them? This treaty will govern concessions on solar panel inputs, biodiesel production inputs, and regional ferry MOUs. This is not a foreign idea, as CARICOM has been aiming to supplement trade through CSME. Now we're applying this to mobility. My second strategy, advancing solar technology and investment in biodiesel. Imagine stepping on board a sleek Caribbean Queen ferry, running on sunlight and biodiesel. Biodiesel made not from imported oils, but from sargassum seaweed that plagues all of our beaches from coast to coast. Let's turn a regional problem into regional power. Every dollar invested in this technology not only reduces imported oils, but builds local industries in research, engineering, and green jobs. My final strategy, smarter technologies. Let's create a regional scheduling that fills transportation gaps left by airlines, reduces the challenges of delays, and enables movement of goods with ease. As of yesterday, we just started the movement of the free movement of CARICOM nationals. Imagine an app with text to speech for the visually impaired, being able to book a space for your wheelchair with the click of a button and booking in your desired language. And let's not forget our aging population. Booking is only one phone call away. Are we not tired of the challenges it takes to be connected? Junior ministers, I look forward to a future where we can travel from Oysters to Gozale on the Caribbean Queen Ferry. By the way,
she went on to say, by the way, see you in Oysters tonight. And with that, the crowd leapt. I wish we showed that to the end so I could show you the response by the people. Because up until that point, the competition was... But when Barbados made her presentation and she just came with her videos as well, I mean, the crowd just leapt to its feet because they saw the practicality and the reality. She localized her presentation relative to what she had already heard from some of the other presenters there as well, who've come from right across the Caribbean. And so it was connected, it was smooth, it was easy, it was just well done. So well done to the Lodge School student indeed. But you know, there was also a wonderful presentation that came from the young lady from the Bahamas who was so animated with her presentation. I think for the students who were there, they saw what is possible. And I really hope that by us showing you this to you, you allow your youngsters to get involved in next year's Junior Minister of Tourism for Barbados, because we want to be able to put forward the very best indeed to the rest of the Caribbean, to the rest of the world. And industry partners were so happy with what they said. At the end, they came up to the students and they had discussions, deeper discussions, because they want to make those ideas a reality. So well done to Tashina Jacinth from the Lodge School, who represented Barbados yesterday. But at the end of the day, there was one presentation I thought that really created a buzz across the seating, the people who were seated there as well. The young lady from Nevis, she found a way to use her video presentation and synced her in her presentation as well so well that from time to time as the video came up, she was saying the same thing that the person in the video was saying, which was she. And so it was beautifully coordinated. She used sign language so that she would not leave out those who were deaf or hard of hearing. And so it was really, really well done. But we could only have one winner. And that winner came from a very tiny little island in the Caribbean known as Tobago. Here's her presentation.
UN Tourism estimates that heritage tourism represents 40% of global tourism revenue, valuing USD 760 billion in 2025, and is projected to soar to 1.4 trillion by 2034. Tobago's tangible and intangible heritage sets a strategic foundation for economic advancement. Today, I unveil 3 living history initiatives promoting the sustainable development of Tobago's heritage tourism. Firstly, Tobago Time Sail, where the Scarborough Harbour sets the stage for our combative past. Visitors answer conch shell boarding calls as they embark the galleon's passage vessel. Upper deck, they peer through periscopic systems. On board, 1628 to 1899's ancestral resilience comes alive through actors as Tobago dialect weaves the story. Holographic projections on the ship's wall map the island's 33 historic battles. The finale, multi-rotor drones display reenactments of battles and shift colonial flags in the night sky. This project captivates experiential niche travelers and offers a spectacular pay-per-view experience for all. Secondly, Tobago True View, an innovative blend of our Sankofa heritage and AI. This pilot at Fort King George Museum, trained in oral history, digital heritage, and cultural connections, blends our pulsative memory with innovation. Visitors slip on brainwave sensing headsets, unlocking curated narratives of the island's 18th and 19th century colonial battles. Through Tobago Trek games and virtual concierges, our stories unfold, echoing worldwide on digital platforms. This intellectual property resonates with academia, connects the diaspora, and is underpinned by private-public sector partnerships. Thirdly, Tobago Cocoa Fortress. This revival of an iconic cocoa estate introduces visitors to a three-part eco-agro-heritage experience. Commencing at preserved cocoa houses, guests savor Tobago's premium cocoa while guided through fermentation, rum tasting, and cocoa dancing. The journey intensifies with reenactments of the 1876 Belmana riots, awakening Tobago's intangible heritage. Finally, visitors escape on a tour to the nearby 175-foot Argyle waterfall. Enhanced by Access Now app, digital guides, and VR stimulators, this roadmap mesmerizes history buffs. Intrigued? Discover Tobago, rooted in heritage, reimagined for a bold new chapter.
So she didn't quite finish her language in signing, but nonetheless, you know, that's what Tobago did, and so she won the competition. I'm not sure about the other placements, but for sure, the Government Information Service was there. We sat at the table, we had a really good time, as we all had opinion on who was leading, who was beating who said what, who didn't answer what question. And so they had their presentations, and then they had a round of mystery questions. And so each of them as well had an opportunity to respond to something which was put to them just on the fly and make their outstanding presentations. The one that kind of almost broke our hearts was a young man from Grenada. The young man from Grenada, he was going so well in his response, and then he lost his train of thought. He paused, and you could almost see him shaking with anxiety. Then he gathered himself and he went at it one more time, and he delivered. It was really, really quite heart-wrenching indeed, but nonetheless, he did quite well. There were only 2 young men among the number of people there, so they want to encourage more young boys to get involved in this regional competition by winning their local competitions as well. We've seen in Barbados an increase in the number of young boys who are being a part of it, and so we want to see it spread across the Caribbean. But we had an opportunity to get up close to Miss Jolie St. John of Tobago to hear her views coming out of winning the competition. Take a look at what she had to say.
My name is Jolie St. John. I am 16 years old, and first of all, I am the Junior Secretary of Tourism for the island of Tobago and recently named Regional Junior Minister of Tourism.
Can you tell us how you feel to be awarded this title?
It's hard for me to pick one emotion. I was extremely emotional when the results were called, and up to this moment, I can't pick a specific feeling, but I'm overjoyed. I'm very grateful to God for bringing me this far. I would have been through a lot in this journey of preparation, and I'm extremely grateful and proud of myself and the team that worked with me for us being able to achieve this success.
Is there anyone you would like to express specific thanks to?
Specifically, God, first of all, followed by my mother. She worked super extra hard on the team, helping me with practices, even in terms of constructing my speech, as well as the entire division of tourism in Tobago. They all rallied behind me. I know many of them were looking at the competition this evening. We worked really hard to construct the speech, a video presentation as well. So I'm extremely grateful for the support system that I had.
Final question, is there any advice that you would give to anyone who would be participating in this event next year?
I actually got this piece of advice yesterday on the bus during the tour. If you doubt yourself 9 times, bet on yourself 10. Always believe in yourself. It's you above anyone else, not in a way that you're prideful and looking down on others, but always have that level of confidence in yourself.
Strong and confident young people of the Caribbean is Jolie St. John of Tobago. She is now the Junior Tourism Minister for Caribbean. The Caribbean, indeed. The outgoing came from Nevis. She chaired the little quasi-board meeting that those junior ministers had, indeed. So it was a really, really good day for the Caribbean. And it just says that, folks, you should not be stepping on the sidelines alone. Get involved in this whole process. You will be amazed at what our young people are actually doing. That's why I love being a part of it. They truly amaze us with their ideas and their presentation skills and a whole lot more. But that's part of their development indeed. We'll take a break right here. Morning Barbados continues in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
98.1 The One, your number one party station. With an audience from 18 to 40, we keep you engaged, energized, and entertained. Choose 98.1 FM, the one.
Hey there, it's Mahalia. I want to share something that might be really helpful. If you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, depressed, or lonely and have no one to talk to, call Lifeline Barbados. We all face struggles at times in our lives. You're not alone. There's no need to feel ashamed or embarrassed. It's okay to reach out for support. Lifeline Barbados is completely confidential. No one else will know you called. They're there to offer a caring ear and guidance without judgment. And fellas, I want you to know asking for help is a true sign of strength. It takes real courage to reach out. You can also call Lifeline Barbados if you're worried about loved ones who are struggling and you need advice on how to support them. There's a saying, a problem shared is a problem halved, but not everyone has someone they can confide in. That's why Lifeline Barbados exists, to be there for you or someone you care about.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
All right, 25 minutes now on this Friday morning after 6 o'clock indeed. And so I want to give you a chance now to talk to me. Talk to me. A chance for me to riddle your brain to hear what you're thinking indeed, how you're thinking these riddles out. But that means you've got to give me a call on 228-5562 or 228-5563. So you ready for riddle number one? I hope so. Here, listen to this one. Two men are in a desert. They both have packs on them. One of them is dead, the other guy is alive. His pack is open. The other guy who is dead, his pack is closed. What was in that pack? I'm serious, what was in the pack? 228-5562 or 228-5563. Two men are in a desert. They both have packs on them. One of them, the man, is dead. The other guy who is alive, he has his pack open. The guy who is dead, his pack was closed. He probably starved to death, I don't know. What do you think? What was in the pack? 228-5562 or 228-5563. That is your riddle to solve. That is your mystery to unfold for me. But I'd like you to give me a call. Of course, give me your workings in the margin. I want to hear how you arrived at your answer. But have you figured it out yet? 228-5562 or 228-5563. Two men in the desert, one dead, one is alive. They both have packs on their back. The man who is dead, his pack is closed. The man who is alive, his pack is open. So what was in the pack? What was that life-saving device or thing or food that was in the open pack? And then why didn't the other guy open his pack? 228-5562 or 228-5563. Can you work that out? It's a blockbuster movie, I'm sure. 228-5562 or 228-5563. So two men in the desert, both have backpacks on. One of them is dead, the other guy is alive. The one who's alive, his pack is open. The one who's dead, his pack is closed. I'd like to know what was in those packs. What was in those packs? Can you figure it out? 228-5562 or 228-5563. Those are the only numbers to call to talk to me and tell me what you think is the answer. What do you think it is? What are your thoughts? What do you think that happened? What could possibly have been in those packs? And if so, why, if they were wearing packs, why was one pack the way it was, open, and the other pack closed? All of those are questions you can ruminate on. And then you give me a call, 228-5562 or 228-5563. That can't be that hard, can it? Really? Really? I thought this was such an easy one. That's why I chose to start with this one. 228-5562 or 228-5563. Come, talk to me. Talk to me. What do you think the answer is? What was in those packs? That's what I want to hear from you. How could it possibly be both were in packs, one open, one closed, and one dead, one alive? Both have on the packs. So why was that? Why? What was in those packs? Talk to me. Tell me what's happening there. Don't forget, coming up this weekend as well, on Sunday, we're walking for the cure. We're running for the cure. That starts at 3:50 for those who are running, 4 o'clock for those who are walking. It will go up to the Clyde Walcott roundabout, make the loop at the roundabout, and come all the way back down, make the left turn by the gas station, through there, and then end in Massey's car park. That's the route for Sunday. But right now, I want to hear what's rooted in your head as an answer to the question. Two men are in a desert. They both have packs on. One of them is dead. The guy who's alive has his pack open. The guy who is dead, his pack is closed. What is in the pack? Are the phones working? 228-5562 or 228-5563. Are your phones working, folks? Or is it me? You've never taken this long to come to me even with a right or wrong answer. So what's going on? 228-5562 or 228-5563. That's the question. What's going on? So I'm waiting on you to give me a call. I really am waiting on you to give me a call. While I wait on you, let me also tell you a little bit else about what's happening in tourism in the Caribbean. You know, when we looked at medical and health tourism, we learned a little bit about something in the Cayman Islands known as Health City. By the name of it, you think that there's a whole expanse of land that's known as a city, is the capital of, but it's actually a medical facility. And little did we all know till we found out yesterday that the Barbados Fertility Clinic has been in partnership with them as well to offer services. That's what we're talking about. They also raised with us the whole fact that the number of people who leave Barbados or the region to seek medical services outside has a great value. And what if our imagination was expanded? What if we could just keep those services home, do those services home, and keep the revenue for ourselves? So the industry partners are looking at all of that as they discuss reimagining tourism from a health perspective. They looked at it from a sports perspective and a whole host of other activities as well. But though that Congress continues, ends today, as a matter of fact, and to all of those delegates who are on island, I'm sure you're really having a good time exploring and understanding who we are as Barbados and getting a sense of the feel of this destination as well. So have you tested the lines? Can we test the lines and see if the lines are working? Because this is not like you at all, folks. Have you been trying to get through? 228-5562 or 228-5563, those are the numbers to call. I won't sit here all morning long waiting on you. Time is essential, so please give me a call. Let me know what the answer is. What do you think it is? Two men in a desert, both have packs on. One is dead, the other is alive, but his pack is open. The guy who's dead, his pack is closed. What's in the pack? I'm waiting on you. Tell you what, while I wait on you, let's share with you another set of messages. We'll be right back in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Week after week, Scold presents exciting reports and documentaries on the most varied topics of our time. Spectacular developments and innovations, lifestyle and trends of tomorrow, mobility and tourism, health news, highlights from art and culture. Each contribution grabs the viewer with extraordinary images and stories and takes him into fascinating worlds which he experiences here exclusively and up close. We're there when companies and specialists develop super satellites for a global network in space and can look behind the scenes. Scold is a window to everything that is there or is yet to come. Fly with us through time to better understand today and tomorrow. You've always wanted that. Scold. A look into the future.
Our world today is not the world God wants it to be. One of the reasons, which will surprise many, is that our planet, its governments, and its peoples are all living under the weight of Satan's rule. From the beginning of mankind's existence to today, human history is the written record of what it means to live under the rule of the devil. Yet that rule is coming to an end, and what a difference that will make.
Every Sunday at 9 a.m. on CBC TV 8, tune in for Tomorrow's World, sponsored by the Living Church of God.
The economy of a country can be likened to the engine room of a factory, the place where the pistons stroke and the wheels turn. And, as with a factory, the end result of this exercise is a product. In the case of a factory, it might be an item of clothing, or a food, or some other product that make our lives satisfying. With an economy, the product is the aggregate of all the goods and services produced in the country, and it's identified by its monetary value as the gross domestic product, GDP. Gross meaning the sum total, and domestic meaning within your own environment. Economic terms can be difficult for the average Joe, but if we are to understand the workings of the national economy, we must have a grasp of these terms.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome.
Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
We're 24 minutes now to go to 7 o'clock as we turn our attention to the ongoing conflict in the Gaza. And so there's an activist in Barbados, you know him as Lalu Hanaman. He is definitely raising awareness about what's happening there. The UN has said it's like hell on earth. And we want to find out, what do they mean by that? Why and how is it hell on earth? Lalu can answer that question. Lalu, good morning to you.
Greetings, my brother. In effect, famine is being used as a weapon of war. Several people have died in Gaza from famine, as well as, of course, the onslaught in terms of bombing and constant shooting. There's this organization called the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation, which was set up by Israel and America, supposedly to replace UNRWA and other UN agencies who have been providing relief to people in Gaza. But in fact, this entity, the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation, has been involved in shooting people when they're actually queuing up for food. And to date, something like 2,500 people have been shot while they're actually queuing for food at their distribution points. And as I said, there's famine, there's no adequate medical treatment. Hospitals have been deprived of necessities, hospitals have been bombed. It's a total chaotic mess. And unfortunately, because the world has failed to act actively, the whole world, in effect, is complicit in what is going on.
Naturally, the thought is, well, why is this happening? Why is this being done to those in Gaza?
Well, it goes back to the British. In 1917, the Balfour Declaration unilaterally allocated somebody else's territory, the Palestinians' territory, to world Jewry. In fact, Guyana, I'm from Guyana myself. Guyana was even considered by the British at one time. There's a place in Guyana called the Rupununi, which borders Brazil, which the British government, as they always do, giving other people's lands away or doing whatever they want unilaterally. A lot of the mess in the world is attributable to the British, unfortunately. The British Empire, the issues in Kashmir, the issues in Cyprus, the Guyana-Venezuela border issue, all of these things are attributable to the British Empire. And the situation in Palestine is attributable to them as well. Since then, the Palestinians have been deprived of their land, have been treated as second-class citizens, have been pushed out, and they had no role whatsoever in anti-Semitism. Anti-Semitism resided in Europe, and they are paying the price for European anti-Semitism in effect.
There's always some deeper cause, indeed, some religious undertones as well as play, because Gaza is bordered by Israel. Israel feels it can annex Gaza in particular, and Gaza is such a densely populated area. They are actually blockading the opportunity for the aid to move into Gaza. Again, this is all because they want to annex the whole area. But that in itself creates a problem for the world, and you're saying the world is not responding. The world is just looking upon and doing what, from your point of view?
Well, there's lots of talk, great talk. People are calling it genocide, or Prime Minister here is calling it a televised genocide. But nobody's doing anything. The only politician who actually said anything of consequence in the United Nations General Assembly recently was the Colombian president, Gustavo Petro. He actually called for the formation of an international force, and he actually said Colombia will provide 20,000 troops. But of course, Colombia is a third world country. They don't have naval facilities. There's no way they can transport those sorts of troops. The British created the mess. The British should resolve it. It's their creation. It's their responsibility, and they have the means to deal with it.
So what can we do here?
Well, in the context of Barbados and the Caribbean in general, in the days of apartheid in South Africa, we were in the vanguard fighting against apartheid, despite the fact there were hawks in Washington like Reagan and in London like Margaret Thatcher. We took a principled stand against apartheid. We need to take a principled stand against, and there's apartheid in Gaza and the Palestinian areas in general, but also now the genocide. We need to take a principled stand against it and break diplomatic relations with Israel. We have still maintained diplomatic relations with Israel. We would never have contemplated having diplomatic relations with apartheid South Africa. We still trade with Israel. We still have sporting links with Israel. We still have cultural links with Israel. We need to sever those links, all of them. Just like what we did in the days of apartheid. Talk is easy. Anybody can talk, and people do talk. But action is what is required, meaningful action.
What do you see to be the result of the severance of ties? What could that do to Israel?
Well, it's a matter of principle. A number of people, and including our Prime Minister, got up and left when Benjamin Netanyahu was addressing the General Assembly. It's about isolating a negative entity, just like what we did with South Africa. I mean, or not having sporting ties with apartheid South Africa, you might say was a feeble response, but at least it was a response. And likewise, we should be doing the same in the context of what's happening currently in the Middle East.
When you reference apartheid South Africa, Nelson Mandela was the face, the voice, the man. Who is the face, the voice, the person in this situation with Gaza?
Well, the thing is, Israel eliminates people. They jail people. There are people in prison for years. There's a number of Palestinians, something like 10,000 Palestinians. They talk about the hostages, and I'm totally opposed to any civilians being in any way hurt or attacked, and I don't condone the taking of the hostages. I want to make that very clear. But in reality, there are 10,000 Palestinian hostages being held in Israeli prisons without charge. Children are being held there. So in effect, the Palestinian negotiators and people who promote peace are being eliminated. Something like almost 300 journalists in Gaza have been deliberately killed. Medical workers, United Nations staff, anybody who's taking a principled progressive stance are being murdered. In fact, the Israelis want to have a situation whereby the extremists are in power, because then they're able to point to people like Hamas and say, look, how can we negotiate with these people? Because they eliminate anybody who has a more progressive approach. And so you're left with people who, out of necessity or the sense of the need for necessity, have resorted to violence. When I look at what's happening in Gaza on the 7th of October 2023, which is coming up shortly, the anniversary, I think of the Haitian Revolution. During the days of French rule in Haiti, the level of torture and suffering that has been perpetrated on the people in Haiti. You know, they would put people in barrels with nails driven into the barrels and roll them downhill so they get constant stabs. They would tie them up and put treacle or molasses on them and put them on ants' nests. So when the Haitian Revolution came, there was so much hatred for the French that unfortunately children, women, and so on were also massacred. This is the same reality we're seeing happening now in Gaza and the 7th of October. The level of hatred that is built up over the last over 100 years now, unfortunately erupts into those realities, but that is because of the impositions by Zionism and the British, as I said, with the Balfour Declaration.
Hatred has as an underpinning an emotion. Mm-hmm. And to replace that negative emotion, one must be replacing with a positive emotion. There's an effort at a peace deal. Mm-hmm. What's the progress on that now?
Well, it's more of a farce than a peace deal. To start with, the Palestinians weren't in any way consulted. This was just given. This is Trump hoping to go down in history as some sort of wonderful peacemaker. You know, he's hoping to get the Nobel Prize. But it's a farce. In fact, they're asking for a total surrender. And the Israelis are not an entity that abides by agreements. There was, in February, a peace agreement. Hamas was abiding by it to the letter. Unilaterally, Israel abrogated it, it broke it. And we're in this current situation. So, in fact, there's no trust. It's all well and good talking about a peace deal, but if the other side, and they've already intimated that they will do so, Benjamin Netanyahu at the same press conference in Washington, he says that he doesn't agree to withdraw Israeli troops from Gaza. So even though that is what the peace deal says, he's already said he's not going to abide by it.
So in Barbados then, because I know part of your activism in Barbados has been raising that awareness and raising the temperature on our governments to be able to make that change. What activities do you see still are to be done to continue that process?
Well, we want to have a meeting with Ms. Motley. We've had meetings in the past with Mr. Simmons, calling on Barbados to sever diplomatic relations with Israel. And obviously, if we don't succeed with that, we'll have to consider going back on the streets, as we've done previously. And it's good to draw the link between Gaza and Barbados. As you know, Barbados is 166 square miles. Gaza is 140 square miles. So it's 26 square miles smaller than Barbados. It has a population of almost 2.5 million. And it's had the equivalent of something like 3 nuclear bombs dropped in it. Imagine if that had happened in Barbados, the reality that would exist, but yet it's happening in Gaza, and in effect the world is complicit. They're not doing anything about it. They're talking about it, but there's no troops on the ground. There are no boots on the ground to deal with the situation. And in the meantime, the people starve. They starve, they die from lack of adequate medical facilities, they die from even lack of water. Even that is an issue. It's a very serious subject that I think the world needs to continue paying attention to. I agree with you completely. But, you know, at the same time, you know how us as small islands we tend to think, but what can I do? What can I do, Lalaman? Yeah, as I said, we need to do what we did in the days of apartheid. We obviously don't have the... sever ties, not do business with? Precisely, no cultural links, no sporting links. And to speak about it, but action, at least sever diplomatic relations. We would never have considered having diplomatic relations with apartheid South Africa. So why are we having diplomatic relations with apartheid Israel, in effect? Nelson Mandela is on record as saying the apartheid system that exists in Palestine is worse than what has happened in, or was happening at the time in South Africa. As I started, the United Nations says it's like life in hell, indeed. And so that's a very damning statement. Antonio Guterres, he said that. And so if we feel the same way, you hear Lalu. Lalu is saying, let's amplify our voices, amplify our activism. Let's reach out and make a big sound and a difference to our leaders to sever ties completely with Israel, and hoping that that begins the process towards resolution of this problem for the Gaza Strip. Gaza, as Lalu said, is just 20 or so square miles fewer than us, smaller than us, but they have a massive population. The density is large right there on that small strip. And so imagine for just a moment, if that was us,
and we were impacted in this kind of way, what would we want happen? And if you think of that in that way, then what would you want happen for another human being who is living in Gaza? You make that decision from there. Lalu Hanuman, thank you so much for joining us.
A pleasure as always. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much indeed. Morning Barbados comes back in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Affair segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb, and together we will travel the world.
God will not give you a job. God will not call you to do something and then not give you the capacity to have it, to make it happen. He will give you the resources. He'll give you the people. Not only will He equip you with ideas, but He will equip you with favor, as He did Nehemiah.
Turn on the latest episode of Infinite Possibilities, only on CBC TV8, every Sunday at 1:30 p.m., sponsored by Covenant Life Teaching Center.
Welcome to Nature's Discount, the ultimate health food store. At Nature's Discount, we have thousands of quality products at great prices.
Hi guys, Dottie here with Nature's Discount, and today we are talking about Solar Ray, microbiome probiotics, and why you should be taking them.
And we have well over 3,000 amazing products to help you get healthy.
For your health tips, tune in to CBC TV8 every Monday, Tuesday at
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
All right, we're 9 minutes now to go to 7 o'clock as we continue to update you on what's happening in Christchurch as we gather in Christchurch this month of October with the theme, The Sea. And I know it started right there in Granny's Car Park on Wednesday. I saw so many tents pitched and so many people enjoying as well. And then there was musical entertainment at the very end. My neighbor said, well, you don't try to come down the road, boy. But I was home fast asleep. Good morning to you, Corinne Kennedy Tate.
Good morning, Pearson.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you too.
Thank you for serving on the committee, by the way.
You're welcome. Yeah.
All right. And with you is Clifton Aline, who is representing Christchurch West. Indeed, good to have you as well.
Thank you.
There's so much on the calendar that we need to really let people know about. And there's a lot happening this weekend as well, over the next few days. My question all the time is, where do we start? Since there's so much. So let's put some stuff in order. I know that you have a road tennis tournament happening from tomorrow, Saturday, and every Saturday thereafter. Mm-hmm. Am I right?
Yes.
All right. So let's talk a little bit about that first. Where is tomorrow's tournament?
You want to talk about the road tennis?
Yeah, sure. Tomorrow we start at Town and Country Planning, the car park at Town and Country Planning, next to cadet headquarters.
Right.
It starts at 7. Every night, tennis starts at 7.
Okay.
So tomorrow, 7, Tongue and Country Planning.
Right.
On the 11th, we are at Bonnets, Brindle Hill. The
19th?
Correct. 19th, Clapham Harcourt. And the 25th at the gymnasium, outside the gymnasium, not inside the gymnasium,
Gotcha.
outside the gymnasium. And the 26th, back to Tongue and Country Planning, that is the finals.
Right. So this is one of our indigenous sports folks, and so the tournament is on. I suspect that this is there a competition element to this, or is it just
a competition?
Okay. Yes. So the teams are drawn from the respective communities where those those events are being hosted.
The players, yes.
Okay, the players.
Well, primarily persons that play within that catchment.
In that right.
Yeah.
So those in the catchment area of the garrison, they're coming to play on Saturday.
Not just the garrison. Persons from Bonnets, Clapham, Gym.
And they're okay.
Correct. So it is all in one. They're placed together, and so you'll find that this is just where the competitions are held on specific
So they're
nights.
players from Christchurch.
Correct.
Players from Christchurch are engaged in this competition, and so the first event, folks, is Saturday beginning at 7 on the grounds of the Garrison Town Planning area. That's where the court will be, and we all want you to come and assemble and see the spectacle that is the beauty of our road tennis event indeed. And so we want to come, and then the following week we're heading to Bonnets, the following week after that to the gymnasium, on and on. We'll update you as the time goes by. But there's also something happening significant as well this weekend, Pauline.
Yes, this weekend we are having two important things. We are going to have the official opening, which would be a motorcade which traverses the whole of Christchurch, every single community. The motorcade starts at the Garrison and it ends at Wotton, but it traverses every single community in Christchurch. It's a long motorcade, and it's going to start at 9 o'clock and it is going to end at about 3:30, and there's going to be an event at Wotton. But in addition to that, in Christchurch East at Fairy Valley, we are going to have a cultural extravaganza and health fair, which is going to be very exciting as well. It starts at 12 o'clock and we will go on until about 7 o'clock in the evening. We are going to have the mobile health unit, they will be there, and we are going to have a number of games and activities. We are going to have health checks. We are going to have, in addition to health checks, we are going to have also exercises and things like that. So it's going to be very exciting. We'll also have, remember we started with the Entrepreneur Village?
Yes.
And we are focusing on entrepreneurship. So a number of entrepreneurs, about 30 of them, will be there as well, showcasing their wares. And the BADMC will be there, giving taste testing and so on of healthy foods and so on. We'll have exercising, and we'll have a lot of games and activities.
For the children, for the adult, for everyone, for the entire family, and it's absolutely free. The Fairy Valley Pavilion and Grounds.
Yes.
There's someone who is in St. Lucia saying about where that is. How do I get there? Who can give me directions? Can either of you?
When you leave Oistins, you come up to the, you're going to the airport side, and then you turn off by the gas station, and you follow the road, and it's right there.
Oh, that area. So, by the gas station, we make that right turn,
Yes,
go down the hill, and as if we're heading towards the back side of the airport, where we like to watch the
That
planes
is
and so
correct.
forth.
That's
It's in that
exactly where it
area.
is.
I got
That's
you.
where it is.
I got you. Folks, that's where we're going on Saturday from 12 noon until about 7 in the day and evening. And so we want all of you to come. Health checks, cultural extravaganza. It's a so lots of entertainment, lots of opportunities for the family to engage in. But there are also health checks that are important. And it's important that the people get to know their numbers. The people get to become a healthier community as well. And this is what the Christchurch Parish Organizing Committee is doing for you. And church is on Sunday?
Church services on Sunday, yes. It is at Christchurch Parish Church, and Reverend Mark Herwood is going to be officiating, and Minister of Culture, Minister Chantal Monroe Knight, she's going to be speaking as well.
All right, and that's at Christchurch Parish Church beginning at
9:30.
9:30 in the morning. So assemble in the hall of church, and let's start this whole series very, very well indeed. And so that's important. So we have road tennis starting Saturday and continuing every Saturday, Sunday on the weekends. We have the cultural extravaganza and health fair also on Saturday. We're going to church on Sunday. What else?
Yes, we're going to have a number of karaoke competitions as well. Certainly in our area, we are going to have several karaoke competitions. One will be at Purple Touch Sports Bar in Silver Sands. Another one will be at Buffy's Bar, and that will be in Inchmarlow. Daisy's Sweet Treats in Providence. Dread Hot Brewery in Gibbons, and Nellie's Hot Spot as well in Pilgrim Road. So we're going to have a number of karaoke sessions as well during the month. In addition to that too, I want to say that we're going to have a fun day at Ball's Plantation. You know, they usually have the flower show.
Yes.
And they will have a fun day, flower show, tea party, all of that. But that is one of the few, that's a private event, so that's one of the few events that you will pay an entrance fee. Everything else relating to regathering is absolutely free of cost. You just enter and you participate and you have fun.
Have a great time.
Yes.
There's a cricket tournament also coming up, Clifton.
Yes. I actually don't have the info in relation to the cricket. Someone else is
dealing with that.
Correct. But there is some karaoke contests that are coming up.
All right, we'll talk about that, come back to that in a minute. But I want folks to look at your screen. Look at your screen now, folks. The cricket tournament is on the 5th, 12th, 19th, and 26th of October. There are 2 exciting matches each time, one beginning at 5, one at 8 in the evening at Dover Playing Field. And we really want you to come out, to be a part of this cricket tournament. And you know, when cricket plays under the lights, cricket is even sweeter. So we want you to come ring the field, support your teams, and really have a good time in the cricket tournament being hosted this month as part of the regathering in Christchurch. But you wanted to get back to me, Clifton, on the karaoke.
Yes. On Wednesday the 8th, in between Two Houses Bar and Variety, there's the karaoke at 7 p.m. That is on the 8th, that is a Wednesday. All the karaokes are taking place on Wednesdays. On the 15th is at Beijing Barrel in Simmons Land. On the 22nd at Monster Grill. And the finals is at Worthing Square.
All right.
So there's lots of space, especially at Worthing Square. Everybody, you just need to come along. And every day of these karaokes, I was promised that there will be some very good singers.
We want the bad singers, so that's the fun.
Well, it's a competition, so.
I don't mind the competition. Have the competition, but have some bad singers as well. Let's have a good laugh. Let's relax and we can let our hair down, so to speak. I know there's also an agriculture and recycling initiative coming up.
Yes. Well, I am not too sure about that particular activity, but I do know that we are going to have a number of community activities, and those community activities is to give back, you know, because in Christchurch we want to give back to the community. So what we are doing at the schools in Christchurch, we're having a recycling campaign where the schools will take part in recycling and so on. We are going to do tree planting as well. I'm not sure if that's what you meant, but there's going to be tree planting at various schools. We'll do some tree planting at St. Bartholomew and tree planting at St. Christopher's School as well. And in addition to that, we are going to do some community cleanups. That is one of them. It will be at Long Beach. We'll have community cleanups there.
And what I want people to understand is this is not the activity of the parish organizing committee alone to clean up. We want all peoples of Christchurch to come and be a part of the cleanup. We tend to sit back and say, but that's your organizer, you all go ahead and do it. But we want everyone who has an interest in making sure the community is kept clean, particularly at Long Beach, we want you to come.
That is correct.
Show up with your shovels, your sacks, your gloves, and let's all join hands to clean up the beach of that area.
That's going to be on the 18th of this month at 6 o'clock. I also want to mention 2 other events, Pearson, that I'd like to speak about. One is Pan on the Sand at Silver Sands. I don't know if you heard about that.
I've heard about it.
Yes, we're going to have Pan on the Sand on Silver Sands. And what we're going to do is to showcase as many school bands as possible. So we're going to have St. Leonard's School Band. We're going to have the school band from Creighton Sealy School. We're hoping to have Springer Memorial School Band as well. We're going to have the St. Leonard's School Band. And as many school bands as we can get, we're trying to have them. The cadets will also be there performing. So that's going to be exciting as well. And that's going to be taking part. We'll have fun on the beach as well with beach cricket, beach football, beach volleyball, all kinds of activities there.
And that's coming up on the 12th.
That's going to be on the 12th.
That's at Silver Sands.
At Silver Sands. And on the 18th, we're going to have an event at Buffy's Beach Bar. That's going to be a breadfruit. You know the breadfruit bowls?
Yes.
We are going to have the community come there. What we are trying to do in Christchurch, Pearson, is that we are trying to have something for every single individual in Christchurch, every taste we want to accommodate. So, for example, on the 24th, we are going to have a police band concert at Gibbons Park. So those people who like police band music and that kind of thing, we have that for them as well. So we try to have something for every single person in the community.
And you kept it so community, which is what I like. It's happening in communities.
That is correct.
And therefore the community benefits as well.
Yes.
Well done. I'm out of time, but I know that the month has only just begun.
Yes.
That means we've only just begun talking about
We'll
this.
be back. We'll be back.
There you go. I was going on to say that. So you have to come back indeed. Yeah. So Corinne Kennedy Tate and Clifton Allen, thank you so much for representing Christchurch so well and for telling us of the exciting events coming up. So folks, don't forget, there's a lot happening. Before the end of the show, I shall remind you so that you don't miss out on what's happening in Christchurch for sure. But thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Pearson.
You're very welcome.
We are very happy to be here.
All right.
Yes, thank you.
Morning Barbados takes a break here, folks. We're coming back in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Welcome to Nature's Discount, the ultimate health food store. At Nature's Discount, we have thousands of quality products at great prices.
Hi guys, Dottie here with Nature's Discount, and today we are talking about Solar Ray microbiome probiotics and why you should be taking them.
And we have well over 3,000 amazing products to help you get healthy.
For your health tips, tune in to CBC TV 8 every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday for Nature's Discount, sponsored by Get Healthy Incorporated.
98.1 The One, your number one party station. With an audience from 18 to 40, we keep you engaged, energized, and entertained. Choose 98.1 FM, The One.
Hey there, it's Mahalia. I want to share something.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Let's look at news now. Barbadians are among the first to experience the historic implementation of the CARICOM free movement among 4 member states. On Tuesday, the day it took effect, the first Bajans arrived in St. Vincent and the Grenadines and were granted indefinite stay under the new full movement regime. Among them were former government senator and chief executive officer of the Barbados Medicinal Cannabis Licensing Authority, Shanika Roberts-Odell, and other employees of that authority. The SVG Passports and Immigration Department announced their visit on its Facebook page. It said it was delighted to grant the Barbadians the indefinite stay. The group from the Medicinal Cannabis Licensing Authority flew to St. Vincent to attend Cannabliss SVG 2025, the Caribbean's premier medicinal cannabis festival, which will run until the 5th. The other countries participating, as you know, are Belize and Dominica. So, over in Belize, a Barbadian also created history by becoming the first national from a participating country to be granted indefinite stay under that new arrangement. That occasion was also highlighted on their Facebook page of the Directorate General for Foreign Trade, which is Belize's National Authority on Foreign Trade Policy. Barbadians visiting Belize, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Dominica can live, work, and contribute freely while enjoying the same rights as citizens of those countries. Well, a local fast food franchise has wasted no time looking for workers outside of Barbados with a free movement in effect. Chefette Restaurants has started advertising for positions in the Vincentian media, offering opportunity to join its workforce in Barbados. Managing Director Ryan Halut tells CBC they are looking for cooks, cleaners, hostesses, production workers, and maintenance technicians. He said Chefette is welcoming qualified candidates to apply. The fast food restaurant is hosting a 2-day recruitment drive in St. Vincent starting next Friday. A possible solution is being suggested for a potentially dangerous problem. It's about the use of weed whackers on the roadside, which can turn rocks and small debris into missiles that can cause injury to people or damage vehicles. Concerned citizen Jethro Gibson is advocating for the use of portable screens as a preventative measure. He came up with the idea after being a victim of weed whacker strikes on 2 separate occasions. In August, while driving along Country Road in St. Michael, his vehicle was struck as workers of the National Housing Commission Corporation were operating weed whackers. Then just on Monday, a stone struck him in his face while National Conservation Commission workers were operating weed whackers around Black Rock.
Mobile screens, yes. They can be made out of PVC and attach wheels to them, or it can be simple of using like 6 feet by 6 feet a wooden frame and covered with like canvas type material, and that would be easy to carry around, so they can work in tandem with the weed whackers. But as it is now, people are being exposed to the danger, you know, and if somebody lost an eye in terms of insurance, private contractors, like the general public, the people who use it outside the government, you know, they are very abusive. If you have to stop, you know, and these people, you can't sue them because they don't have anything to pay.
Mr. Gibson says officials from both state-owned agencies apologized and he suggested the safety protocol. He adds that his own investigations have revealed that many other people are being affected by flying objects from weed whackers. When contacted, Minister of the Environment and National Beautification and the Blue and Green Economy, Adrian Ford, says the NCC has already ordered mechanical barriers to prevent these issues from recurring. To sports now. For the second consecutive year, Barbadian drivers dominated the Grenada International Drags 2025, securing the Lions' share of titles at the regional meet. Anne-Marie Burke looks now at how they left their regional counterparts in the dust.
The Bajans did not come out to play, and it all started with the bikers. Sheridan Mohammed on the right lined up against Shane Alves for the 10-second bike title. The lights counted down and Mohammed launched off the line like a rocket, immediately forcing Alves into catch-up mode. Alves responded with a blistering run of his own, but in the end the margin was razor thin. Just 1/100th of a second. Mohammed, your champion, with a 10.49 seconds to Alves' 10.48. The spotlight shifted to the cars, and once again it was an all-Bajan showdown in the 11-second class. On the right lane was Dave Davis, on the left from Mario Phillips. As the lights went green, Phillips shot off the line first, immediately taking an early lead. Davis, however, pushed hard for an extra burst of NOS, trying to close the gap. Phillips seems to encounter some issues mid-run, and that opened the door for Davis, who went through the line for the win. And to the Car Local Motorsport fans know as Clifford, the big red dog, with Sammy coming back at the wheel on the left, pitted against Rommel Aline. This one was not only for the win, but as Bajans know, serious bragging rights. And the score was settled in 10.2 seconds, and you couldn't want it any closer. This one went down to the wire. Aline with the early edge, but Cumberbatch was taking no prisoners, and it was signed and sealed. Just note, both drivers registered personal best. And here's where the Bajans shut the shop on a great weekend in Grenada.
Well, Trey Murray also gave the Bajans glory by winning the 13-second class in 13.1, while Steve Bruce set a new island record of 9.2. The next race in the Tri-Nation Series will be later this month on the 27th to 28th in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, before that regional action culminates right here in Barbados at the Caribbean Motor Racing Festival in November. That's news until now. More news at noon on TV8. Morning Barbados comes back in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Week after week, Scold presents exciting reports and documentaries on the most varied topics of our time. Spectacular developments and innovations, lifestyle and trends of tomorrow, mobility and tourism, health news, highlights from art and culture. Each contribution grabs the viewer with extraordinary images and stories and takes him into fascinating worlds which he experiences here exclusively and up close. We're there when companies and specialists develop super satellites for a global network in space and can look behind the scenes. Scold is a window to everything that is there or is yet to come. Fly with us through time to better understand today and tomorrow. You've always wanted that. Scold, a look into the future.
Our world today is not the world God wanted.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
14 minutes now after 7 o'clock as we turn our attention to talking about polish for a purpose. Polish for what purpose, though? And what polish are you talking about? Well, Rishan Lashley, who is a nail artist, she's stumbled upon something fantastic that she's doing, but we want to know why. Rishan, good morning to you.
Good morning, Pearson.
It's called Polish for a Purpose. What purpose?
Well, Polish for a Purpose came about because initially, I'm a Sagicor advisor. And initially, I wanted to use the month of October to bring awareness to our critical illness campaign. And upon doing that, Polish for a Purpose just keep coming up. And I was like, why not spread love while bringing awareness to some of the products that we at Sagicor has to offer? So I came up with the idea that for the entire month of October, I will be doing free gel polish on nails and toes for women who may be fighting breast cancer or those who have survived breast cancer.
So it's really to make them feel good, to feel beautiful again, and not feel as though they're weighed down by breast cancer or this the news of breast cancer.
Yes.
And is this is not the first time you're doing it?
It is.
It is?
It is actually.
Oh, wow. So it's groundbreaking here now. So Polish for a Purpose is about that. You're saying if there's a woman who's been diagnosed with breast cancer or is surviving breast cancer, she's been fighting, she's fighting well, she can feel beautiful yet again by having her nails and or toes beautified with this kind of polish that you're talking about.
Yes, please.
And so how does it work? Because she's watching right now, she's saying, I would love to have that opportunity from you. So how does it work? For those women who want to come forward and say, polish my nails, polish my toes, I don't mind.
Okay, well, they can go on my Instagram page, the pinkroom_246, where they would see the post and the instructions are there. So once they reach out to me via direct message or on WhatsApp, I would guide them through the process.
All right, so go on Insta.
Yes, please.
Speak to you, give you their story.
Yes.
Because you don't want people to scam you, as we tend to speak, you know, to get a freeness because. But share the story, because for you it's giving back. It is also, you're hoping, therapy for those women as well who are now, for just a moment, enjoying life without the worry of thinking about living with breast cancer. And that's the whole purpose here. And so, can you handle the numbers? Or is it a schedule?
It is a schedule. You would have to book an appointment because doing nails came about as just something to do in my spare time to keep me occupied. But then I got a love for it. So because I work, it is something that you would have to book.
You're already an example of what you're talking about. Could you raise your hands so we can see? Your nail polish is so beautiful.
Thank you.
And so, no, keep it up. Keep it up. There it is. And so this is what you're talking about. You can do for the ladies.
Yes.
You can beautify their hands and make them look absolutely gorgeous in it. And so we're taking a closer look. Don't get scared. That's what we're talking about. And the kind of polish you said is gel?
Gel polish.
What does that mean?
So you have regular polish or gel polish. It's just
Okay, good.
different types.
Different types?
Yeah.
Okay, and they're all going to be colored pink?
No.
Okay, so you can choose your color?
Yes. The initiative is just to make women feel beautiful, feel included. You know, sometimes with the diagnosis, things can be hard. So you may not, doing nails and toes, you would consider luxury. So you may not be financially in a position to. So it's just to make women feel beautiful.
In the pink room.
Yes.
I just love that term. In the pink room, you're coming, you have it be made beautiful. Look at all of this on your screen, folks. And we want to encourage, and in the pink room in October, they wear pink themselves. And so if you want to, you can come dressed in your pink or whatever color. She's not going to turn you away, but join the pink room and have it done. Look at your screen. You see all of her contacts. Look at the Instagram contact. It's thepinkroom_246.
Yes.
Thepinkroom_246 on Instagram. And that's where you begin to talk to you and to make the appointment.
Yes.
And to do so. The woman who is living with breast cancer, who's had the diagnosis, does she have to pay for the service?
No,
Are people paying?
No, please.
Okay, it's free to her.
It is free.
But for anyone else who is a relative of, they can make appointments also for for treatment.
For a paid service, yeah.
For a paid service.
Yes.
All right.
So the service is free for persons who are fighting and who have survived it.
And anyone else, you pay for it.
Yes,
indeed.
please.
But we're pink indeed. And this is your first time. Have you, not you personally necessarily as alone, but is anyone in your family managing breast cancer?
No, please.
So it's simply because you take this on as an initiative, a social initiative to do this. And are you one who normally would step forward, or is this your first time ever being so bold to step forward to do something like this?
This is my first time, absolute first time, and I didn't even expect it to get the recognition that it did.
So now the burden is on you, right?
Yes. But that is okay. Yeah.
And that is okay. And that is okay. Because the work that you do, you look at life and loss of life and securing life.
Yes,
That's what you do, providing comfort for people through insurance.
Yes.
And so you understand how valuable this opportunity for people who are living with breast cancer, how valuable and important it is for them.
Yes, please.
And so, folks, if you have breast cancer, or if you know of someone who is living with breast cancer, this is an opportunity for them in the pink room. But you need to go to Instagram and make your appointment, because Rhiannon, and is it just you, or you have a team of people?
It is just me.
She doesn't mind sacrificing her time for just you.
Yes.
And so while you come is therapy as well, because Rhiannon has the kind of air, she will listen to you as you tell your journey and also tell your story, but she'll also encourage you with your success as well. And so this is an opportunity for you to get into the pink room and be celebrated for just a moment in time, to feel pretty, look pretty all over again, feel your full self, and just put aside the thought about having breast cancer. And this is so important. And this is all part of the activity this month of October as we all focus in on breast cancer awareness.
Yes.
Have you had discussions with the breast screening program or the Barbados Cancer Society at all about this initiative?
No, please. When I was trying to call, I didn't get through, so I said, just go for it.
Just go for it. I like that. And you've gone for it. And so this promotion starts now.
Yes.
And runs until the end of October.
End of October.
But because you were otherwise, are you doing treatments every single day, nail work?
Yes, please.
You have the
Every
time?
evening after work.
Oh, after work.
Every single
So
evening.
basically they're evening appointments.
Yes, please.
Evening appointments. And if someone says to you, but I don't have transportation to come to you, what do you say?
Well, I thought about that, and as long as time permits, I drive, so I would not mind taking a moment just to collect the person, bring them, and take them back.
Because it's best done in your facility.
Yes, please.
In the pink room.
Yes. The room is a nice small. It's small, but it's cozy, it's relaxing, and I try to make my space as pleasurable as possible.
And pink.
Yes, it is pink. Everything is pink.
Everything is pink. And that is the color of awareness and the color of support for breast cancer.
Yes,
and so we want you to really grab hold of this, folks. There are No one fights alone. That's what she reminds us. That no one. Look at your screen and you'll see some of the things that can happen. And that's what I'm going to look with me. So the client who comes to you, the person who comes to you, they can tell you the designs that they want, that kind of thing, right?
Yes, please.
So it's not one style fits all.
No.
All right. So
it's for them to feel comfortable. So if you have something in mind, you can send it to me, and I don't mind trying to recreate it.
I love it. I love it indeed. So you need to reach out. Reach out. Remind us again of the Instagram reach.
The Pink Room _246.
You got that? The Pink Room at the Pink Room _246. Message now so you can have your appointment booked as soon as possible, because there are only so many. Kadir, she's only one person who can so many she can accommodate, and you really want to be treated. So you really want this opportunity. It's free to all who are living with breast cancer and who has been surviving breast cancer, who's just had a diagnosis or recently had a diagnosis, and you're feeling a little bit troubled. Well, Rishan can help you in the Pink Room. If you're living and you're a survivor of breast cancer, hallelujah, you can come into the Pink Room as well and feel pretty as well. Yeah. Talk to Rishan. Just share with her your journey, because it inspires her, it inspires others as well, and you'll feel good knowing that you can add some respite to someone indeed. And so we want you to be able to get into the Pink Room as well with Rishan Lashley. She's a nail artist, so you've been doing this nail technician work for how long now?
3 years.
3?
Yes.
So she has experience, so you can trust her. Of course, if you don't have the transportation, just have that discussion with Rishan at the Pink Room _246, and she can have that discussion with you to see how we can accommodate you.
Yes.
That's important too as well. The information is on your screen. Note it. Pinktober promotion, the Pink Room at the Pink Room _246 on Instagram. There's some who are saying, but I ain't got those kinds of things. That's a young people thing. So what are the options for them?
Well, I actually have a lady whose daughter would have done the entire thing for her because she's not familiar with it. So even if you get the number, you can give me a call.
What's
and I
the
will
number?
start out the rest. 247-4515.
247-4515. 247-4515. Reach out and Rishan can talk to you. She will guide you through the process as well. She will see what she can work out with you as well. But you begin, and you can either private message. That's important.
Yeah.
So send a message, PM her. I hope I didn't say that above your head. PM her and let her contact you as well. The number is on your screen. 247-4515 in the Pink Room _246.
Yes.
And you can get this treatment indeed. I wish you well.
Thank you.
Rishan. It's a wonderful initiative. I thank you for taking this time to have this initiative indeed. I think every one of us who treats those who are living with breast cancer, especially because they are mothers or sisters or aunts or cousins, everyone who we love, and we want them to know that we're journeying with them.
Yes.
And that's your message as well. You're journeying with them.
Nobody fights alone.
Nobody
Not
fights
in the
alone.
Pink Room. No.
Not in your Pink Room.
No.
No one fights alone indeed. I love that.
Yeah.
And so I wish you well. I really hope that, I really want you to be busy, but I want you to be busy simply because I want the women to feel good.
Yeah.
Vereen Walker saying, thank you, young lady, for looking out for breast cancer awareness. There are people on social media are really supporting you on this. I think it's a wonderful activity. You're young, you've taken the pluck to do this, and I can see this lasting for a little while as well. Well done.
Thank you much.
You're welcome, and thank you as well. And I just want to let you know she's brought in a little pink bag, the Faith, Hope and Cure. That's what she's talking about. Sadly, as you know, our lines aren't working. My producer, Andre, promises that he'll give you an opportunity sometime soon to have yourself the pink bag.
Yeah.
Can I ask what's in the pink bag?
So inside this package, we have...
Put it on the table. She's brought on some goodies for you folks. Oh, that's beautiful.
A branded bag.
You okay?
A tote bag as well.
All right, nice. A tote to go with it. Yes.
Some socks.
Some socks to keep those feet warm.
And a little
Oh, that's beautiful. So you're feeling fussy, ladies. You can feel really fussy. All of this is sweet.
We have a notebook. And a pen as well, yeah.
All pink
All
in this
pink.
pink room, boy,
Yeah.
in the pink
All
magazine
pink.
and the band handband. Listen, this is a really good gift, and Rishan, you've given of your bounty, you've given of your time, you've given of your generosity, you've given of your spirit. We
Yeah.
commend you on that. Well done. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome. And for some of the persons who are currently fighting, we have just a little blanket, you know, in case you go to the hospital and you need something to throw over, and some inspirational quotes inside the packages as well.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. From a beautiful soul known as Rishan Lashley. She's a nail artist, and so in the pink room, they want you to come. The pink room _246 on Insta, or you can call or private message by WhatsApp 247-4515. And if you are living with breast cancer, you're a survivor, if you've just been diagnosed with breast cancer and you need this, Rishan can help you. She can help you indeed. Thank you very much, Rishan. All
You're
the
most
best.
welcome. Thank you.
You're welcome. We're coming back in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Our world today is not the world God wants it to be. One of the reasons which will surprise many is that our planet, its governments, and its peoples are all living under the weight of Satan's rule. From the beginning of mankind's existence to today, human history is the written record of what it means to live under the rule of the devil. Yet that rule is coming to an end, and what a difference that will make.
Every Sunday at 9 a.m. on CBC TV 8, tune in for Tomorrow's World, sponsored by the Living Church of God.
The economy of a country can be likened to the engine room of a factory, the place where the pistons stroke and the wheels turn. And as with a factory, the end result of this exercise is a product. In the case of a factory, it might be an item of clothing or a food or some other product that make our lives satisfying. With an economy, the product is the aggregate of all the goods and services produced in the country, and it's identified by its morning,
morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
7 in Barbados and the Eastern Caribbean. I'm still basking in the glow of what happened yesterday at SOTIC 2025, a coming together of industry professionals and others who are in tourism. Remember, tourism touches every single life. There were students who were there of hospitality. There were students who were doing degrees in tourism studies or allied studies as well. And there were just people who are in cruising, hospitality, in so many industries as well. They were there from across the region. It has truly been a good time in Barbados. And for each of the, I mean, the ballroom was extended. It was packed with people. So well done to the Caribbean Tourism Organization. I think we have truly been energized over the last few days about what tourism means and what tourism reimagined also can look like. But then there was also the Youth Congress, as I've been sharing with you all morning long, which brought together some exciting young people from a number, almost every island of our region was represented from even little Anguilla all the way around Nevis and Tobago, Grenada, St. Lucia, Jamaica was there. They were all there, Barbados included. And so one of those people who made a presentation, because they had to choose a topic and they prepared on that topic as a presentation for about 3 or so minutes to the judges. Then the other segment was the mystery question. There were 2 segments, and then at the end of it, they were assessed by the judges and adjudged. And so we now, as you know, as we told at the beginning, have a new junior minister of tourism for the region who hails from Tobago. But there was one who came from Nevis, whose presentation I thought was, and all of us who sat around my table, and for those in the nearby tables, we all buzzed in the same way about how she was able to synchronize so well what she was saying with what the video was doing. Where at points in time she was speaking, we could see her literally up there with her microphone on speaking, but the video showed her mouth saying the same words. It's like, how did she do that? And so we thought it was an outstanding opportunity for us to look into the respective islands as visitors to islands to see what the tourism offerings there really offer all of us. And I want to share with you now what Nevis had to share. Take a look.
Now we will have remarks from the Junior Minister of Tourism from Nevis.
At just 36 square miles, Nevis is steeped in unparalleled tangible and intangible heritage. Home to the Bath Hotel, the Caribbean's first resort, Alexander Hamilton's birthplace, and our UNESCO-featured Culturama Festival. As Junior Minister of Tourism for my island, I will focus on elevating the visitor experience of our living history using the 3 strategic I's: immersion, innovation, and inclusion. The first I, immersion, seeks to provide visitors with an immersive cultural journey which connects them to our vibrant practices and living heritage. This includes hands-on experiences such as traditional pottery making at the Newcastle Pottery. Static museums at heritage sites will be transformed into living heritage experiences with interactive storytelling, live reenactments, and culture showcased through ancestral cooking and art forms at sites like the Nivision Heritage Village. This approach shifts from passive observation to active cultural engagement. The second I, innovation, aims to capture the heritage technology market. Multisensory AR experiences will bring events like Eden Brown's tragic pre-wedding duel to life. The AI-driven Immerse Nevis mobile app will facilitate personalized live heritage adventures by connecting visitors with local guides based on interest. The integrated translator supports over 10 languages, including ASL and local dialects. You know what I mean? No living heritage destination will be truly successful without the third I, inclusion. The aim is to make Nevis the Caribbean's first fully inclusive living heritage destination through the Heritage Connect initiative. With over 1 billion people living with disabilities, affecting nearly 1/3 of families worldwide per UNDESA, Heritage Connect will capture an underserved market. Infrastructure will be upgraded with tactile heritage trails, wheelchair-accessible pathways, and sensory retreat spaces with corresponding specialized stakeholder training. Through the 3 I's, immersion, innovation, and inclusion, Nevis will be transformed into the region's premier living heritage tourism destination. The recommendations will generate premium visitor experiences, extended stays, and sustainable economic growth while preserving fragile historical assets. This is tourism reimagined. Colleagues, I am sure that you agree with me that the eyes have it.
Right, you saw the reaction of those who were there to that presentation from Nevis. The eyes have it. As the young lady from Nevis made a presentation to her premier, who you saw there to the right, the people who were sitting at the table on your left of your screen, and all the way around to other industry partners in Nevis as well in tourism. But you also got a good glimpse into what the destination Nevis looks like and offers. And I hope that you are equally excited to travel across the region. Travel across the region is open to every one of us. We ought to really get out there and explore the beauty of the space we know as the region. Some of the questions that were raised from some of the delegates as well is, should we not do this collectively to market ourselves as one, or do we continue competing? And so, you know, I'm not sure what the outcome of that deliberation will be, but everyone seems very keen in working together as a region to bring the best product to not just the people of the region, but to the rest of the world in so many other areas. But the young people are leading the way. As we've shared you this morning, all the views from their minds.
Good morning to you.
The economy of a country can be likened to the engine room of a factory, the place where the pistons stroke and the wheels turn. And as with a factory, the end result of this exercise is a product. In the case of a factory, it might be an item of clothing or a food or some other product that make our lives satisfying. With an economy, the product is the aggregate of all the goods and services produced in the country, and it's identified by its monetary value as the gross domestic product, GDP. Gross meaning the sum total and domestic meaning within your own environment. Economic terms can be difficult for the average Joe, but if we are to understand the workings of the national economy, we must have a grasp of these terms.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. And together we will travel the world.
God will not give you a job. God will not call you to do something and then not give you the capacity to have it, to make it happen. He will give you the resources, he'll give you the people. Not only will he equip you with ideas, but he will equip you with favor, as he did Nehemiah.
Turn on the latest episode of Infinite Possibilities, only on CBC TV8.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
It is 90 minutes now to go to the hour of 8 o'clock. I say treat yourself. Treat your loved ones. Treat your guests. Really, with a little bit of breakfast that's made lovingly by Chef Jess. I say so. Chef Jess, good morning.
Good morning, Pearson. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. I patronize her. She works with us here in the CBC, operates our canteen area, but creates delicious meals and snacks and delicious, delightful tastes for other little edibles as well. Chef Jess, it's good to have you.
Thank you.
Breakfast for a lot of people seems, according to them, boring. It's like, what's the same old, eggs, bread, this, and that's it. But you found a creative way to make breakfast fun.
Yes, especially for the kids. It's back to school, so, quick, easy things that the kids can do, and then they can get their hands dirty in it, and it doesn't seem as boring.
And quick is fast.
Yes.
I mean, I'm glad you're saying that because who has the time in the morning, right?
Exactly.
Do we have to prep? Do you suggest prepping before morning?
Not really. No, that's the reason why it's quick. You don't really have to prep. Just let the kids really get into it. Maybe 20 minutes. Wake up a little bit earlier.
So what on earth can one do for breakfast that's quick?
A lot of things. No. Okay. We 2025. We don't eat porridge anymore.
Yes, ma'am.
We eat more exciting things.
Yes.
So today we're gonna do some granola and yogurt parfait bowls. We're also gonna do some my little twist on a pancake and sausage kind of breakfast, and then we're also gonna make some egg muffins. So we don't eat scrambled eggs around here. We do it different.
Okay, all right, we do it, and that's the whole point. We're doing it differently.
Yes,
differently. And from already what I can see is the difference will excite the children because sometimes we just give them the one thing alone. They go like, that's boring. I've seen that before.
Yeah.
But when you fancy it up, as we will show you in just a moment, then you will see why the children will want to be in the kitchen with you. Can't wait for breakfast or lunchtime to come.
Yep.
So let's start with, where are we going to start?
We're going to start with the egg muffins.
Okay.
This is a sneaky way as well to get the kids to eat their vegetables. So just,
Let
you know,
the children not hear this part.
let's not hear this part. So we have some eggs. Actually, to make 6 egg muffins, you only need 4 eggs. Yeah, 4 eggs, some vegetables. So I have some peppers, some onions cut up.
That's
I also have some herbs. This is all-purpose, black pepper and rosemary. And I also have a little milk.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna pour each of these in here. You just need about a teaspoon of each spice and however much vegetables you want to add. You could also add zucchini, you could add spinach, you could add anything that you want to this egg.
You know, my 3-year-old nephew, he loves broccoli.
Broccoli.
Don't know why.
Broccoli would be
loves it.
perfect.
So you can add that to
You could add
as well.
broccoli to it as well. You could add whatever you want.
Okay.
Don't add fruits. Fruits
So
is
Noah,
not good.
you're getting broccoli in your eggs. Good.
Yeah. So then we're gonna add some milk.
Why
and
do you
then
add milk to eggs?
just to make it a little
Stretch?
more fluffier.
Oh,
Just a little fluffier, yeah.
Okay.
Just a little
fluff.
body
And not
and
baking
fluff.
soda?
Yeah, no, not baking soda. Okay, so then we're gonna whisk this, and then we're just gonna put this in our muffin pan. This is gonna bake about 15-20 minutes, and when it's finished, you don't have to do anything else with it. You could add a little cheese if you want. You could add, honestly, whatever you want to add to it, but it's quick and easy.
And the thing about it, while it's baking, then you're going off to have your bath and doing something else.
Exactly.
So it really doesn't kill your time. You whip it up, and as you can see from Chef Jess, in 2 seconds or 3, she was done.
It's done, exactly.
Wow, so
And
you don't
then,
have to really make it to be too soft.
no, it just mix it, put it in the pans, and let it bake.
I let my
And
eggs whipped up a whole lot longer.
oh, okay, I'll whip it up a little bit
Like
longer.
it frothy. So it's really, see yours?
Putting me to work here this morning.
Oh, that's what you're here for, Jess. Good.
Okay.
So again, it's eggs, 4 eggs. We're making 6 muffins.
Yes, so you only need 4 eggs,
4
and
eggs.
whatever else you want to put in. You can also add sausage, you can add bacon, you can add hot dogs, whatever you want to do. It's like a complete meal in one muffin.
You didn't add any salt?
I didn't add any salt, but the all-purpose seasoning has no salt.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't want any, diabetes and hypertension. We don't need that.
And all-purpose, it contains a combination of seasonings
A combination
and everything.
of garlic, onion, salt, everything. So just be mindful of that. If you're going to add the all-purpose, don't add too much salt.
There are different types of all-purpose?
Yes.
What's
This one
the
is Maggi.
Okay. Oh, by brand?
Yeah.
By brand.
But some people also add a lot more of other things as well.
In there, so just read your labels.
Yeah, it's
so you're
whatever
very
is your
sure.
preference.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Gotcha.
So I'm just going to spoon this into the, is it mixed enough?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes,
good.
ma'am.
Yes. Okay.
And you get your little ladle.
Yes.
And you can do so.
Spoon it into the batter, into the pans.
Because Jess is a professional, there's no dripping, there's
Nothing
no
at all.
nothing at all. But you don't fill the cup, right?
No, because the egg is going to expand. So you know when you cook an egg, it gets fluffier, right? So you don't fill the pan.
Okay.
So that's why this makes exactly 6. You don't need to fill the pan.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a little
And if
extra.
any left over, just go fry it.
Refill the rest of them, and we're gonna pop that in the oven.
Good. And
Yes.
bake for about 15 minutes.
15-20 minutes.
And
Yes,
how do
please.
you know it's done?
It's gonna puff up like an omelet, and when you stick it with a skewer, it's gonna be the skewer is gonna come out clean. Yeah.
And if it doesn't come out clean, just say
Stick it back in a little bit longer. Yes, please.
All right, good. So it's all done. We popped it in the oven. You know, while you were close, you blinked your eyes for just a second, so it went into the oven. We're treating ourselves nicely today, and these are ideas you can try this weekend. You see how it works for you this weekend, and then you should start to use it going forward.
Yes.
And you could do whether it's an egg muffin or different types of muffins. You can do this way,
Yeah,
right?
blueberry, chocolate, whichever one. As long as you add whatever you want to add, you can make a whole meal of just one muffin. Yeah.
Good. And no salt because it's in the all-purpose seasoning.
Yes, please.
It's
It's
in
already
the
in the
all-purpose, so you don't have to add any more
have to
salt.
add.
The flavor will astound you. I'm telling you. It smells delicious already.
Yes.
So then, we move now to preparation.
Yes.
So what do we have to have to make it exciting for the little ones? So having had you can eat that all on its own.
Yeah, you can eat that all
It's
on
good
its
to
own.
go.
You
It's a
can add
good
cheese,
snack.
you can add whatever else.
And you know what? The school nutrition policy wouldn't turn it away.
No, they wouldn't actually because
that's
it doesn't
important.
have an extra salt, it doesn't have an extra sugar,
Yeah.
and it's
All
whole. It's a
healthy.
whole food.
Yes.
Actually, and you're adding vegetables, you're adding nutrients, especially early in the morning. We need that.
And I say that because, because of the school nutrition policy, a lot of times you have to be careful what you send your child to school with.
Yes.
Because it has to align with the school nutrition policy. So this is something you can pack for your child to have lunch, to snack on at any given time, and it will be accepted by the
Yes,
school because
please,
it
it will.
fits the school's nutrition policy.
Yes, please.
Good
Most
to know.
definitely.
Good to know.
Yes.
But if my child doesn't like eggs, as I said, we can make different types of muffins. You can be as creative as you want to be as well. Gotcha.
Well,
All right.
if your
I could do that.
Yes.
I could do that. That's easy to do. 4 eggs.
4 eggs.
Toss in my vegetables and a little bit of milk and some all-purpose seasoning.
Yes, please.
And mix it up. Drop it in the oven and I'll be good to go.
Yes, please.
I'm going to try that this weekend.
You should.
That's something I could try.
Try it and send me a picture. Tell me how it is.
She put me on the trip.
Tell me how-
You see that now?
No, you
what have I
have
got to put
to.
myself into? All right, Jess. So what
Yes,
we'll do
please.
is we'll take a break right here, folks, and we're going to come back and show you some other little tips and tricks that Chef Jess has for all of us this morning. Back in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
God will not give you a job. God will not call you to do something and then not give you the capacity to have it, to make it happen. He will give you the resources, he'll give you the people. Not only will he equip you with ideas, but he will equip you with favor, as he did Nehemiah.
Turn on the latest episode of Infinite Possibilities, only on CBC TV8, every Sunday at 1:30 p.m., sponsored by Covenant Life Teaching Center.
Welcome to Nature's Discount, the ultimate health food store. At Nature's Discount, we have thousands of quality products at great prices.
Hi guys, Dottie here with Nature's Discount, and today we are talking about Solar Ray microbiome probiotics and why you should be taking them.
And we have well over 3,000 amazing products to help you get healthy.
For your health tips, tune in to CBC TV8 every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday for Nature's Discount, sponsored by Get Healthy Incorporated.
98.1 The One, your number one party station. With an audience from 18 to 40, we keep you engaged, energized, and entertained. Choose 98.1 FM, The One.
Hey there, it's Mahalia. I want to share something that might be really helpful. If you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, depressed, or lonely and have no one to talk to, call Lifeline Barbados. We all face struggles at times in our lives. You're not alone. There's no need to feel ashamed or embarrassed.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
19 to the hour, welcome back to the scene of the crime. I love that. I wanted to say that so badly, Jess, indeed. All right, so we've tossed our little muffins, our egg muffins, into the oven. Would you want to see what they look like? You want to see? You want to see? You want to see? Take a look at this. This is what we pulled from the oven right here. Right here. You're looking? Oh, there you go. Look at this. Look at what we've done. And this is all thanks to Jess, of course, you know, and it's so nice and soft and spongy. The children will love biting into this indeed. You want to take a look at it? Let me tilt it. Tilt it. Put it. Okay, he wants me to lower my hand. Look at that. Look, 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 look. Nice and soft and spongy. Sweet. This is really, really good. If you wanted to add a little bit of ham or any other meats that you want, that's okay. You just make to your heart's delight. But you're having fun in the kitchen. You're preparing healthy foods for your family and for your children to take to school. And you're taking away the time of doing all of these kinds of things. Because look at what we did in such a short space of time. All of that we did. All right. We move on to something else that we can do today. And I got my hands like this for a reason.
So this one,
Mm-hmm.
this is my twist on a pancake and sausage breakfast. So, you know, you give every morning, you give the kids pancakes, the same round, flat shape. They're like, oh,
And
this
pour
again.
some syrup on it, correct.
Exactly. So what I did is same old box mix that you would use at home. Just make the same box mix and we put them in the same muffin pans. You know I love a muffin pan. So we put them in the same muffin pans and you actually get them to end up looking like 2 little breads.
Oh, sweet, yes.
So it's like a burger bun,
yes,
right?
Yes.
And then what you do is, what I use is whatever meat I want. So this, I used the bacon, those bacon little patties that you fry for like 2 minutes. I use those bacon patties, and I also have some jam because I love a sweet, like a sweet and salty kind of.
Yes.
Exactly, and the kids love that as well. And then I also have some vegetables, so you know the tomatoes and the lettuce, just to make sure that they get the vegetables and the nutrients early in the morning. So if you can get them in the diet, get them in the diet.
That's right.
So we're just gonna put together a few of these little muffins.
I want to do one too. Okay. Go ahead. No, you talk to me. Work along with me. Work along with me.
My favorite is jam.
So jam first.
Yes, please.
So we layer it with a bit of jam.
A little bit of jam, yep.
Not too much because we still
have to be mindful of the sugar early in the morning.
Yes,
please. And then I like to put a little bit of lettuce at the bottom.
Is that enough jam, you think?
I think that's enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you just brush it back in.
Thank you very much. A little bit of lettuce.
Yes, please.
As a base as well.
Yeah. And then you're gonna add your sausage, your tomato.
My tomato and
sausage.
And I done?
Yes, please. If you want to add a little bit more jelly, a little sauce, whatever, yeah.
To end the bread, to
yes,
the other, coat the other side of it. Oh, I got you. And I don't have to add any mayonnaise or anything like that.
If you want to add it, but we're trying to be a little healthier, so we don't want to add too much. But you know, if the kids want it, why not?
Oh, little Cheryl will love this.
Yeah. If you have it in the fridge, use it.
Little Cheryl?
Yes.
Where's the cute? Oh, yes, and here we go. And this would make a really nice party gift as well.
Yes,
can you imagine? You and your friends, and this is what they see?
Yep.
Look at that.
Completely.
A la Pearson.
Completely breakfast.
That is nice.
So for this one as well, you can also customize this one however you want. Add whatever, you could add bacon, you know, the kids like the little ham, whatever you want to add. If you want to add some cheese, it's totally up to you. It's just fun to put together, and then it's, you know, the pancake is not really bread, but it's not also cake either. It's like in between, so you know, a little exciting something.
Note, I didn't use any syrups. I didn't use any syrups
at all. Just a little bit of guava jelly.
Yeah.
You know, we have Bajan guava.
Of course.
So,
and the wonderful thing about it is, for children, it's always how it looks.
Yes.
The presentation. Children tend to eat with their eyes fast.
Yes, please.
So if you present it well, then it'll excite them to want to try it.
Yes,
and
please.
they're getting everything that we know that they need to have, the nutrients and everything as well.
Yep. It's a mini burger. We're tricking them into thinking, this is a mini burger at 7 in the morning.
Yeah. Well, you tricked me too. That's big old man.
Yes.
That as well.
Yes,
but you know, because it looks so filling, I think this is almost like one meal.
Yes, you probably only need one, maybe 1.5 of these for each kid.
And you feel full, and it will take you for a little while.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yes.
Over here now, madam.
We've gone a little bit healthier. Just a little bit healthier.
Right.
So this one is more of a fresh, like clean breakfast option for those kids that might not want something as heavy, you know. So this one is more fruit based.
Okay.
So it doesn't have to be any specific fruits, just whatever fruits you like.
So you could have had bananas if you wanted. We could have cut up some mango and put some slices in there.
I
some
love
peach.
mango, yes.
Your brother.
Yeah.
And that kind of thing. We could have done all of that to add our own funkiness to what we're making here. All right, cool. Anything that's healthy.
Yes.
Anything that's healthy.
Anything.
Right.
So we have some yogurt, we have some kiwi fruit, strawberries, and we also have some granola. The granola has in seeds, it has in pumpkin seeds, it has in, you know, the oats, bananas, and it also has in like dried fruits, so papayas and stuff.
Right.
So you still get some little nutrients in there as well.
I tend to use just the dry oats.
Just dry oats.
Is that okay too?
That's totally
because the flavor I'll add to that will be the bananas and everything else I want to add to
exactly.
it.
So
Right.
if you can also use this as an adult. It's not only for the kids. So if you want to make it customizable to yourself, do that completely. I like to add a little peanut butter to mine.
Oh, that sounds good, girl. Stop it. And so the yogurt, you can have the plain yogurt or any of the other flavored yogurts.
Any flavors, yeah.
That kind of thing. Probiotics is important, I'm sure you know. And so we will take a scoop of yogurt. How does it work?
So we're gonna just take some yogurt. I got strawberry.
You made this one.
You know the yeah.
I'll let you make this one.
Right. So the kids love strawberry. So I think I would
so
like
pretty.
strawberry as a kid. Yeah.
It smells good too.
So we're just gonna put a little bit of yogurt at the bottom. You sure you don't want to do this one?
You go ahead. You go ahead. You can do it better than I can.
Okay.
I've conceded that to you.
Yeah. So a little bit of yogurt at the bottom, and then what do you want to add? Kiwi, strawberries, granola.
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 And some strawberries. I'm not sure about the kiwis.
You don't like
yet.
kiwis? Okay.
Not a big fan of it at all.
So, granola. Was that enough for you?
A little bit more. That orange piece in there.
This orange piece here?
Yes, boy. Is that a piece of banana as well? Dried banana?
This one?
Nice. Put that in there for this little crunch.
Yep.
Good. And that's the whole point. You can add the crunchiness to it as you want, as you see fit.
Yes, please.
And a little bit of strawberry.
Strawberries, okay.
Yeah, not too
I'm
sweet.
gonna grab a few of these.
She overpoured it. Do I put more yogurt on top of
Not
this?
too sweet. Yes, you could.
Okay, good.
Yeah, for sure.
Just checking.
It's a whole meal. This is actually so filling. This is actually so filling. So I'm gonna put some more yogurt. And if you want to add a little bit more granola at the top for crunch, I like kiwi, so I would add kiwi to mine.
You would?
Yes.
Okay,
Gonna
good
put
for
this
you.
banana in there.
And that's the whole thing. Sometimes you don't have to have the salty foods or the other kinds of heavy foods. This is a whole food, you said, and we can feel as full as. And that's the whole point. But most of all, it benefits the body.
Yes.
It benefits a very easy, but it's also a very healthy way to feed families, to feed self. And you know, oftentimes you think, you're such a health fanatic.
Yeah.
It's not just about being a health fanatic. It's about being a health fanatic, but having a full meal and feeling as satisfied as if you'd had the other kinds of meals.
Yes, please, and taking care of your body. I am a young person, and bills kill us every day.
Yeah.
So what I like to do is I like to use what's in my fridge. So I don't have to go to the supermarket and buy 10,000 fruits just to make a fruit bowl. As you see, obviously that was about 2 strawberries, if so much, in there, and I still got what I needed to get from it. Yogurt, I still got my nutrients. I still got a breakfast. It's not too filling, and it's also not too heavy on it, but it's still filling enough.
Nice. Let me show what we've done today. This is like the result of the exam. So we've done this. What do you call this?
This is a fruit parfait bowl.
Fruit parfait bowl.
Yes, please.
I have done this, and then we've done this together as well. These are options available to you, ladies and gentlemen, as meal options. It took little to no time to get it together. So if you're rushed for time and then you pull back on the benefits, then this is an easy way to make sure you do have the benefits embedded into the food, and everybody in your family benefits from healthy meals.
Yes, please.
So early o'clock in the morning, you can have your egg muffins. In there, we added some vegetables, some
cheese,
all-purpose salt. You can add anything you want to add into yours, and it's a full meal for your little child, your little mouths, and you as well to snack along on. Then we did our little muffins, which we like pancakes, really, at the end of the day. That we took, and we had a nice little burger we put in there. All of these are healthy.
Yes.
And a bit of capital of vegetables, and we made our parfait.
Yes.
This is what a meal is about, folks.
Yes, please.
And this is what it's all about as well.
Yes,
Jess,
please.
thank you.
You're welcome,
I am
and
so
thank
eternally
you.
grateful. You're very welcome. I've learned a lot. I'm trying a lot as well. I want to thank you together. Jess and I are saying thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank
They
you.
said we should hug. But she's a good girl. She works with us here at the CBC, offering some wonderful, delicious. How can folks contact you, Jess?
You can call me at 267-3133, or you can find me on Instagram _Chef Jessica. CHEFJESSKAA.
KAA.
Jessica.
That's how you can find her. She can help you with this for your parties, your occasions, your business, your everything. And so just give her a call. She's really, really good at this. I'm telling you, it's tasty. That's it for today, everybody. We want to thank you so very much for joining us today. I'll be away for a couple of weeks, and I really want to wish you all the best. With the will of the Lord, I'll see you again on the 20th. Until then, you do take care of yourselves and have a great weekend. Bye-bye.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up. Good morning. Good morning, Barbados. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Morning, morning, morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Morning, Barbados. Good morning.